Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to our channel. I'm Gina.
I'm Dirk.
And we're
D&G Thrifts.
D&G
Thrifts. All right. Well, we're back from another week of thrifting, and today we're going to show you, we didn't pick up a lot of stuff this week, just because we have so much. We're being a little more restrictive, I think.
Yeah, you said that last time.
Yeah. Also, I didn't find as much as that was worth picking up.
I think mostly it's that we're not finding things.
We're not finding as much as, maybe people weren't donating stuff for a while. Maybe they were.
It's kind of just slowed down a little bit.
It has. But today we're going to show you what we've picked up. We're going to show you what has sold this last week. And
I had a lot of sales.
She did have a lot of sales. I did not have a lot of sales. You did have a lot of sales.
It was my week.
And speaking of people's weeks, we also have the winner to announce of the most ridiculous item.
It wasn't my week.
It was not her week. So we'll let you know, if you don't know, the winner of the most ridiculous item, voted by you, our subscribers and viewers. So,
yeah.
And we also have a couple of shout outs.
Yay, we have some shout outs.
So would you want to do shout outs now, or do you want to do shout outs towards the end?
Yeah, let's do shout outs now.
All right.
Okay, first shout out we got requested, Jerry and Michelle.
Hello, Jerry and Michelle.
Hi.
Shout out.
Shout out. Woo. Thanks for watching. And the second shout out is Lynn and Jen.
Woo! Shout out.
So, yeah. Thanks you all of you for watching and wanting a shout out. And hopefully more of you will start doing shout outs because they're just kind of fun.
It's fun to hear your name when
it is.
Someone you don't, it's not like a relative says your name.
Yeah.
Or a telemarketer.
So, yeah.
All right. Let's start showing some of the stuff. You have more than I do, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start.
Once you do one, I'll do one, and then you can finish it up with whatever all you have left. No, you have a lot there.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so the first thing is actually, as you can see, it has mushrooms. And if you know me, I'm kind of into mushroom decor.
Right. I'm a fun guy, but she loves fungus.
Yeah. Yeah. So I found this, and it's got even a more giant mushroom on the back. But now our son pointed out that, because I showed him this shirt, so I got this for myself. I didn't get this for resale. So he was like, oh yeah, that's really cool, although people are going to think you're into eating psychedelic mushrooms. Which I didn't think about that. So it says, stay open to the universe, anything is possible. It says it on the front and the back.
I guess I could see that as a...
Well, and then I looked up the brand. So this is the brand. It's called Obsessive Love. And it kind of, it appears that they do market towards, you know, psychedelic stuff.
Depending when you post that.
So then I looked it up to see if it had some value to it. It also has it on the sleeve. It has mushrooms. I still kind of like it.
So what if, they don't have to know that you are into mushrooms. I mean, you are into mushrooms.
I am into mushrooms.
You're just not into mushrooms.
Not into eating mushrooms. No, I'm into eating mushrooms, but not the psychedelic type.
Not the ones that look like that.
Yeah, not the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Which ironically is legal in the state of Colorado.
It is legal.
Yeah.
It's legal here. I think it is in quite a few states, actually.
I don't think so.
No? Just here?
Colorado's.
We're the only ones?
We were the first with, we were the second with pot. Like in Oregon and Colorado were the first legalized states. And then they legalized that, I think, like last year I saw in the news. And then they're just a very...
Yeah. So anyway, I'll probably keep it because I like it. It's
cool.
I think it's
so what
fun.
if people think you're into mushrooms?
Yeah,
you're into mushrooms.
Yeah, but it does, if I were to sell it, I think they go for like 18, 20. And it was, you know, it was $4.99. So So that's my first thing.
Okay.
Oh, you like my moth sweatshirt?
I do like your moth sweatshirt.
I really like my moth sweatshirt.
It's not actually a moth brand, which she has shown you in the past.
Oh, that's right. It's not.
It's
I don't
just
think I have any moth
sweatshirt with moths on it.
With moths. I just like it.
Hopefully it's not wool.
No, it's not. It's cotton.
Good.
Anyway, I really like it.
Speaking of animals, I picked this up. This is actually a vintage Chicago Cubs.
Cubs?
Yeah, that's the Cubs logo from 1910.
Really?
It's not a shirt from 1910, obviously. If that was the case, then you would see my brand new truck outside. But this is a reproduction that you could wear if you went to the games and you wanted to stand out a little bit. And it's actually has a logo on the side, so it's Ideal Industries. I don't even know what that is. So it's not like a vintage total reproduction. It just has the old logo for the Chicago Cubs.
I would have never guessed that. I would have thought, if anything, it was Chicago Bears.
Well, at first I thought it was Bears, but that's not their...
And then the Cubs are always blue, aren't they?
Well, when I did a search on it, it said it was the 1910 Chicago Cubs
Very cool.
logo. So there's going to be some retro guy that wants to wear that to the game or just around, and so people go, hey, is that the Bears?
Did you see any? Did you do comps?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I looked up and I just saw that it did have value and what it was. So.
Okay. All right, next up, I have a sweater vest by the brand.
You almost didn't buy this one.
Yeah, I know, I almost didn't. We were at the checkout. We were next in line, next to go to the checkout, and I was going to walk it back, and I stopped, and I remembered that it has cashmere in it. So that's why I ended up getting it. And I could probably get like 30 for this, so it was good. So the brand name is Bartolini.
You have to do it like that. Bartolini.
Bartolini, yeah. And it's just like a color block on the inside. The outside is just solid gray, and then the collar kind of shows
some of the color on the inside.
Color, yeah, and it's cashmere blend. It's nice.
And of course, when you wear it, it would have folded open, so you would see those different colors because there's no buttons.
And it was $6.99, kind of expensive. Probably because it says made in Italy, and they thought, ooh,
right.
It's not Italy.
Chinese cashmere, it's Italian cashmere.
Yeah, so. And another thing I was kind of like iffy with it was because it's a sweater, and I'm kind of like wanting to get away from winter stuff right now, but
it's a vest.
I got it.
Yes. I picked this up probably maybe for myself. I think it's just going to be for myself. It's just a military, my size, brown.
It's vintage.
Well, 95.
Oh, because I saw it was single stitch, which whenever it's like vintage, they always say, ooh, single stitch.
I mean, it's 95, so it is, what,
it's
25 years old almost, I guess. But it is military.
30, isn't it?
Nah, this is 2024. This would be 1995. So, oh, you're right.
It's going on 30.
30 years old. Gosh. But that's what it looks like, the military tag, and it gives you the date and is it the DSL? No, it's the SPO number. Made by Olympic Mills Corporation. I don't know what they are.
All right. A new brand, something new. I saw this Apana.
Apana what? where do you find it?
Apana Star. Apana. I don't know. I saw it hanging on the rack. It looked interesting to me. It has it's kind of a boxy.
I like how they stitched it.
Yeah, and the back is different. It's got this neat stitching on the back. I know, and feel it. It's like nice quality.
It is.
Soft, thick.
It's interesting how they sewed it.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, so I saw it and I was like, well, I'm going to look that up. And it has, I can't remember now maybe 40,000? Yes, 40,000. But But yeah, it was worth picking up, and it was $5.99.
That is worth picking up. I got another T-shirt, and I saw this just for the graphics. I was like, it's got this medieval, it looks like Lord of the Rings type of thing. But then it says Boker on the top. And I was like, Boker? It's a knife maker. And it's actually Death Dealer 3. So
what?
I looked it up, and it's actually a name of a knife that this company makes. So this was like a promo shirt that they probably gave to the guys that worked at the store because you wanted your Death Dealer 3 Boker knife. So there's going to be some knife guy that's going to just go ape over having a shirt with his knife on it or something like that. Yeah. So you never know what you find at the thrift store.
Yeah, I know. Especially you.
Yeah,
You always find the interesting stuff.
I do find interesting things.
So I found this blouse. It's a larger size. It's a plus size, bright blue and green. And this is a brand I used to pick up. It's a size 2X. And it's called Tianello, and I didn't even look up comps now because I remember in the past they always sold for a lot of money, like $50. This is what the brand looks like, the label, Tianello. So we'll see. It should, I'm assuming, like most of the stuff that used to sell really well for me in the past still does today, so I grabbed it.
Grab it.
Grabbed it, and it was $5.99.
Nice. I think we might have enough to go
keep
back and
going?
forth. No, because I have like
Okay.
items. I picked this up at that Pig and Pearl place. This was in their shoe section. They didn't have anything really at the store that I saw, but they did have this pair of bike shoes. And these are specialized bike shoes, and these are the special ones. I know they're specialized, but they have this fancy, so you don't have laces on your bike shoe that won't get stuck in the spokes. They have these special, you turn them, and there's like almost like wires in there that pull your shoe together. Then you undo it, you push down, pull out, and then it releases it. They're expensive shoes. They're like $150 shoes, so I'm assuming some guy would, even in their condition they are, would, at least pay me.
Still like them.
Yeah, still like them.
What size? Are they your size? Did you try them on?
No, I did not try them on. I didn't even look. Oh, they're a 45A is the size. So it's a European.
45.
So I'm a 43 or 44 European. So these are probably like a 12. I'm like 11 and a half. So these are more like a 12.
Okay.
So they're close to my size.
Yeah. So you could try
But I don't
them on
road
to
bike.
see how they work
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, this is a Bowden skirt. Super cute with like an applique flower type design on it. Bowden. $4.99. I'm not going to be a millionaire selling this, but
No.
it'll sell.
Not like that $40,000 shirt you found.
Exactly.
Next, I found this. I've been looking for my birthday a couple years ago, or Christmas.
It was Christmas.
Christmas, Gina got me Paul Hollywood's Pies and Puds book.
A recipe book.
It's a recipe book. I don't know if you're familiar with Paul Hollywood, but he does the Great British Bake Off. He's a big famous British baker. Not a chef, but a baker.
When I think of him, I kind of think of Simon Cowell, because they both are kind of judgy.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Judgy British people.
Yeah. But I've always wanted a pie bird. And I saw one for first time. I've been looking. I haven't been looking, but I've always been on the lookout.
I bet you they don't know what a pie bird is.
It was $1.99, and it's a pie bird.
I didn't know what it was.
If you're a baker, you know what it is. So when you bake a pie that you need to release steam from, you use a pie bird. And if you look at the bottom, it's got a hole goes all the way through, and then the edges have a little groove there so that the juices can move through there, and there's a little hole at the top, and you put this in, and obviously they make it a bird because of the blackbird nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
No, it does not tweet.
Okay.
Maybe it does. I don't know.
I didn't know if like the steam made it whistle.
Maybe it does. I don't know. We'll find out. So you put that in your pie, and the pie goes up to like the head of the bird, and then when you bake it, the steam can go out, and then you don't get.
Wait, what? The pie goes up into the bird?
No, the steam.
Oh, okay.
The steam has a release
I
because.
thought you meant like the ingredients get up.
No,
into
it
the
shoots
bird.
out. Coat your oven. No, it because you would put your crust around the top, sealing everything in.
So it's just the head sticking out?
Yeah, mostly it's just like the head sticks out. The rest of it stays in the pie. But that's
Interesting.
It's called a pie bird, and it's used for pies that have a lot of moisture. Particularly if you're making like a meat pie or something like that would have a lot of moisture in it from the gravy and all that. So that's a pie bird. And they do have value.
Do they? What
Especially
do they
the
sell
ceramic
for?
ones. It depends, like 25 in that range for. You can buy them new on Amazon and stuff, but they're not. This one looks pretty nice. It doesn't look Chinese.
Yeah, I like it.
Like Amazon.
I like it. Well, it's a bird, so of course I
Yeah,
like
so
it.
you just set them up.
I like birds. Okay.
And green tea, by the way. I had somebody ask, this is Trader Joe's organic Moroccan mint and green tea. I just throw it in a glass.
I just have water.
Of course, when we do the late night version of this, there'll be something else in it.
No. All right, so next up, I have this gray sweater, another kind of boxy
Good for spring.
shape. Really nice, and the brand, this is the first time I bought this brand.
Is it
It's
Kirkland?
I kind of just kind of, no, it was, remember you, he made me laugh once. It was a few months ago. Oh, it was right before we got our Costco membership, and he just out of the blue, he's like, I really want to replace my wardrobe with all Kirkland. As a joke,
Right.
obviously, but isn't that how you said it?
Replace it all.
Just replace it all with all Kirkland. Anyway. So this, I just basically learned about this brand not too long ago. Yeah, and I used to see this brand all the time, and I pass it up because I didn't know. But after watching some thrifting videos, I learned I need to pick this brand up. So it is called Pact, P-A-C-T, and it's just a sweater with like a turtlenecky.
Kind of a rolls turtleneck.
It's a giant turtleneck.
Yeah.
It'd be like a cowl neck, maybe more like a cowl neck. But it should do well. I didn't look up comps because I knew that it was a good brand to pick up, and I figured
It's cotton. It looks cotton.
100% organic. That's another thing. I think they mostly sell
organic
organic cotton. So that should do well. And it was, I think it was cheap. $5.99. One size. It's a one size. So I think, if I remember right, it's just one size. Maybe not. Let me see.
I'm sure it's supposed to be, especially with that neck, it's just.
Yeah, one size. Why it says 1S.
Yeah.
So I'm figuring that means one size.
Yes. I have 3 items left. How many do you have?
Okay. This is just a plain Pendleton 100% linen, which is why I picked it up, because it's linen. Mm-hmm. And it's got a little embroidered, is that a teepee?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, teepee. It's just blue, 100% linen, size large, $5.99. And this is kind of neat. This was at ARC. I found this. This really pretty, isn't that gorgeous?
Wow, looks like the old-time applique stuff.
Yeah. It's embroidered, I think. It's embroidery on this navy blue sweatshirt. And the brand, it's a very good brand. It's called Driftwood. I was really excited when I found this. It's a size. What size is it? I don't know what size it is. It seems big. Oh, it's an extra large, size extra large, and it was $7.99. This should do well. 50 plus for this. And I'll just keep going.
All right.
Because I have like 5 more.
Okay.
And then another Bowden. This one is just, it's a green sweater, and it has some like ruffly material at the sleeves and at the collar. Cardigan. And it was $7.99, but it was half off. So that's pretty much why I picked it up. Otherwise, it's just kind of plain, but so it was $3.50.
$3.50
at the Ark. And this is new. This is a new brand for me. This one is called Gramici. It's a good brand. And it's a t-shirt.
It's a Hensley.
It's sort of like a Henley.
But it's like a cross Hensley.
Henley.
Henley.
Yeah.
Not Bruce Hensley. No, Bruce Henley.
Helmsley. I don't know.
Don't ask me with names.
No.
I am terrible. And words, too.
And this one was $4.99, but I believe this was also half off.
That's good.
And it should go for at least $30. You can do one.
All right. I got at the Ark, I saw these guys. I always look at the shoes and the boots, and they have some wear on them, as you can tell.
Some hair.
Just leave it. This is a pair of Red Wing Picos boots, and these go for a lot of money, like $100 plus, used. And all you have to do is just get them resoled. They've got a really nice cord rubber bottoms. You can just get those redone. The tops are really nice, and these are a size 11B, and they actually, good boots, actually put them on it. These are made in USA. Red Wing's a really good brand that's been around forever, 100 plus years. And I paid, what did I pay? $12.99 for those. So that's a good, boots I usually do pretty well with, especially good leather boots.
Which I never pick up boots.
No, because women really, they don't make high-end boots for women for the most part.
No.
For men,
occasionally I'll find some Fries.
Yeah, Fries.
But usually they're like really marked up.
Right, Fries or Doc Martens, but even those you have to make sure that they're like the Fries USA and not the Fries China. And the Doc Martens are the Fries England, not the Fries, or the Doc Marten Chinese, because they're not made near as well as when they're made in where they were invented.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, so I found this really cute dress.
That's the one I looked up.
Yeah, you looked it up for me. Yeah. I found it. It was on the rack, and I was busy. And so I said, Derek, look up this brand. Look it up. See what it sells for. It's called Roller Rabbit. It's a size extra small. And they go, what did we figure? They go for like 50.
Yeah, they were
I think Anthropologie sells this brand.
Yeah.
So cute, boho. Kind of, it'll be good for summer, spring, summer. And then I found a pair of Patagonia pants, size 14. Nice. They should do really well, or they should do okay.
They'll do okay.
Yeah. These were $7.99 at Salvation Army.
Excellent.
And
I've got 2 things.
Go ahead.
I got one big thing, because I always hit the baking aisle, although this was in the knick-knack ones. I use my KitchenAid every week.
He makes bread.
I make bread. And they had a KitchenAid. I saw this KitchenAid stands, because I've always kind of wanted another one so that I could let a bread rise, and while that's going, I can use it to do something else. But inside, it had all the attachments. It's got the dough hook, and the beater, and the whisker, and there's another beater in there too. There's like 2 styles of beaters. One's from this set, and the other one is from another mixer because it's white.
Yeah.
But it was $6.99 for the whole thing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and these sell for like $30 just on their own, not even including. So
you're gonna sell the inside stuff and keep this?
I've got all the inside stuff already for my mixer.
But you're gonna keep the.
But I think I'll keep this so I can have one, so I can let a dough rise in there while I do something else, which would be handy to have too.
Might as well.
I mean, I could sell it and make $30, but
yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
So I have some intimates, some Betsy Johnson intimates. Just a nightgown, I guess. Got a neat little
Betsy Johnson
graphic on the sleeve.
Is that Betsy Johnson?
Betsy Johnson.
Betsy. I know she's has crazy hair and everything.
Yeah, it's an older lady, isn't it?
Well, she is now, but not when she started.
Yeah, it's got a graphic on this sleeve. But I don't know. It's not. Again, I'm not going to be a millionaire.
No.
Selling this, but it should sell. And it was $4.99 at the Salvation Army. You have something else?
I have one more item.
Okay.
I was at the Salvation Army, and we had popped in really quick because we only had a little...
Goodwill.
Goodwill. It was Goodwill. And we popped in really quick, only had a little bit, and I looked through kind of like the jackets and the shoes, and then I thought I'd just check the knickknacks while we were waiting. And I went through the mugs, and I saw this mug. And it has a W and then Texas Rangers on it. But when you look inside, it says Season 1. Now,
when you first showed this to me, I thought it was like Texas. Isn't there a baseball team?
Yeah, there's the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
I thought it was kind of originally. It's got this rope handle and the rope that goes around. It was $3.99. But it says Season 1.
Yeah, that's not baseball.
That's not baseball. And so and I was like, what is that, Texas? Is that Walker, Texas Rangers? But it doesn't say Walker, Texas Rangers. And I didn't really get the giant W for Walker, Texas Ranger, Season 1. So this was a cast and crew, because we lived in California, Southern California, and we would see crew stuff all the time. Usually jackets and t-shirts. But this was obviously a mug they gave people that worked on the show for Season 1 of Walker, Texas Ranger. And now I tried to do a search on Google for this, and I didn't find it anywhere.
Nothing. I looked too.
It did not exist.
One of a kind. There's only one in the world.
Well, they probably made 50 of them.
Yeah.
And gave them to the cast and crew. You know, and these things are, you know, they're
only
thin.
Chuck Norris has one of these.
Right.
Us and Chuck Norris.
Us and Chuck Norris. And he wants this one back. So I have no idea the value of this. I'm going to put something crazy huge on it.
Just for the heck of it. Just see what happens.
Yeah, because there's so many, either a Chuck Norris fan or a Texas Texas Walker Ranger, whatever it's called.
Did you look up what other Walker, Texas Ranger stuff goes for?
Well, yeah, you can buy a Texas Walker mug, but it's not from the show.
What does it go for?
It's like a normal mug. It's like a mug with any logo on it.
But any like crew stuff?
No, I have not found any crew. I'll do more searches, maybe for shirts and that sort of thing. But because it's Season 1, this makes it very special. Because otherwise it would be, I mean, if it was Season 11 or something, nobody cares about the end of the show. It's the first season. And
because this is before it was really known.
Right. It was before, I mean, everyone knew Chuck Norris, but it wasn't the show it became. So that's really kind of cool. And I'm surprised I found it here. Obviously somebody worked in LA.
Right.
Or maybe they worked in Texas. Man, I don't know where they shot it. Assuming they shot either in Texas or LA.
A lot of people from California, Texas,
moved here to Colorado. So it makes sense.
East Coast, they come here.
Right. So maybe they retired. They worked on the show back in the 80s. Was it 80s or early 90s?
I think it was 80s.
Late 80s, wasn't it?
I don't know. I never watched it. I don't know.
It was CBS and our television.
It wasn't my type of show.
We didn't actually get... I grew up in the middle of nowhere, and our television got 2 channels. It got PBS and ABC. That's the only thing the antenna could pick up. So I know ABC's line up, and I know PBS's line up really well. But the other networks, I don't know.
This is why he knows so much trivia.
It's because of PBS.
He watched a lot of PBS.
That's all I watched as a kid. Nature shows.
It helped you out.
It did.
It did.
I know a lot of nature trivia.
All right. I have one final thing, and it's from Anthropology, and it's an Anthropology Maeve. blouse. You know, I should have wore. I have
you
this
had
blouse.
This? That's what I was just thinking. Like that looks like
I have
you
this
have
blouse. I do. I have this exact. I should have wore it. It would have been funny. But yeah, this is an extra small. Mine is not an extra small. Mine's a medium, I think. But it should get like 30, $29.99. I'll put it on for.
I thought that looked familiar.
And it was, actually, I think it was $7.99 at the Salvation Army, which is kind of high.
Yeah, that is kind of high. What's the Salvation Army? They're kind of high lately.
Yeah, that's why I don't really like going there.
And not because of the mushroom shirt.
Oh.
Waiting for that.
Had to click in. All right, so that's it. That is our haul.
That is our haul for the week, which is still a lot of stuff that we have to post. And some things might do great, some things might not do anything at all, which is how it goes.
Yeah. All right. So now.
What? Let's just get it out.
Oh yeah.
Croc Man has won the most ridiculous item of the week.
Hey, Croc Man. But I'm excited that I got a few votes.
You did get a lot of votes. And some people were split on their votes.
Yeah, that's true. I really, 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 really wish I would have bought that mug.
I know, well, there's so many things you wished you could have bought at the thrift store in hindsight. That happens.
Because I would have sent it out to one of you.
Yeah.
That's why.
But who knows? In a couple of months, we're probably going to see that mug again somewhere else.
Maybe it'll pop up again.
Or maybe it'll be a cow, or it'll be a sheep. Who knows?
I have 2 pages of sales this week.
I can count mine on one hand.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13.
I gotta find
13
sales. I gotta edit all that.
Yeah, I know. He's got to find all 13 of the.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's begin.
So I will go first.
And go fast.
I guess. Okay. Go. Okay. The first thing I sold is the Harley Davidson corduroy jacket. Remember that? I was asking $49.99, and it sold for $49.99.
That's great.
Next is the Land's End 100% cashmere pink sweater. I was asking $48, and it sold for $35.
Excellent.
Next, I like this next one. This next one makes me so happy. Do you remember the squirrel blouse, the handmade squirrel blouse? So I was asking $45. And it sold for $40.
Crazy squirrel ladies. No offense if you're a crazy squirrel lady.
I'm a crazy squirrel lady.
I'm married to one.
So, okay. Next is the Anthropologie Sleeping on Snow sweater. It was real pretty. Had like the embroidery on the sleeves and like the sequins and real pretty. I was asking $39.99 and it sold for $32. And then I had the Prairie Underground brown sweatshirt. It was like the artsy, long kind of yoga sweatshirt. I was asking $74.99 and it sold for $60.
Very nice.
And then I had the LL Bean peach corduroy shirt. I was asking $48 and it sold for $38. And then the April Cornell, I don't know if they saw this. This might have been before we started the channel that I picked these up, but it was April Cornell PJs in a real pretty red and tan gingham check with embroidery on it, floral embroidery, and I was asking $26 and it sold for $22. And then our collaboration, the St. John knit suit, the turquoise. I found the jacket, he found the skirt. So I was asking $199.99 and I was offered $150 and I took it.
That's great.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, still going.
Need a drink?
Maybe. Do you need a drink?
No. It's too early.
Okay. The Oi Lily vintage skirts, you remember that? It's a long maxi skirt, vintage. I was asking $35 and it sold for $35. And next is the Ralph Lauren, a silk and cashmere. I think it was a paisley print on it. I was asking $29.99 and it sold for $23. And I think this was just last week I showed you guys this, the April Cornell floral jacquard dress, which I got at Pig and Pearl for like $3. I was asking $49.99 and I sold it for $49.99.
Can't be that.
And then the Pilcrow Anthropology colorful sweater with like the ruffles on the sleeves, really pretty. It was a size 3X. I was asking $49.99 and it sold for $40. Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay. And then finally, last but not least, the Lily Pulitzer green and white dress. And it was a size extra large. It was actually, I didn't know it at the time, but it was a Target collaboration.
Oh.
So Lily Pulitzer, a few years ago, they were selling some of their stuff at Target. So I was asking $35 and it sold for, can you guess?
I saw it.
Oh, 30.
30.
So yeah.
Well, that's
My
fantastic.
sales. I had a really good week.
I had an okay week. I did sell, remember those glass pen holders I showed you? Sold both of them to the same people. Thank you.
Lynn and Jen.
I sold also, there's a couple things I sold that I had on my site for a long time. I won't go into those because you never saw them. My big sale was the Rag & Bone blue sweatshirt. Remember I told you I picked it up because I knew the brand Rag & Bone. Well, it turns out that sweatshirt was actually worn by Ryan Gosling in Blade Runner 2. So
the actual sweatshirt
not the
was worn by Ryan Gosling. No.
It was a copy of it.
Yes.
It was the same brand.
Yes.
And so there's like all these guys that are into that movie that want to look like Ryan Gosling. Like that's going to make them look like Ryan Gosling. So a guy bought that. He offered me, I had it for, what did he offer me? I guess I sold it for $120. I think I put it up for $150 and a guy offered me $120 on it. So that was like, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, please. I did sell, this morning I just sold that Italian, I picked it up a couple weeks ago. It was the Italian national soccer shirt. That sold, I had it for $25 and a guy offered me $20. So I sold that. And the rest were just things that I had already on there. So not very many things. The sweater's the biggest thing I sold. So that's what I sold.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you did the selling for both of us.
Yeah, I did. I kicked butt. I did pretty good.
You did pretty good.
So, but see, it's a wave. Like last week, my sales were like in the toilet, and this week they were really great. So next week, I'm sure they'll be in the toilet again.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just up and down.
It's up and down. It's just everything.
And I try not to let myself get down about that stuff because I know it's going to go back up again.
Right.
It's just, when you're down here, it's kind of hard, but
well,
it's going to go back.
Yeah.
But you're way more optimistic than I am. Yeah. He's
to a
way
fault.
more optimistic.
To a fault.
I know.
I'm always thinking positive. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Sometimes it isn't.
I'm trying to be that way.
Yeah. It's better to be more positive than negative.
Exactly.
You just have less to worry about.
Exactly.
Even though you got stuff to worry about, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. You just don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
So
that is everything we've purchased, everything we've sold. The votes by you are wonderful subscribers and watchers. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Like, comment, we will respond to you, and we will take those votes and count them up. And we will do shout outs if you request it.
Yes, if anyone wants a shout out, just let us know.
Let us know.
We're happy to do it.
I mean, don't give us a list of like every person you know, but who knows? Maybe we could just read them off like it's a graduation. We're just handing out.
And I have to say, be sure to tune in next Tuesday because I think I redeemed myself on the ridiculous item. I think I have a pretty good one for next week.
It is a good one.
Yeah, so be sure to tune in because it's very rare for me to find a really good ridiculous item.
Yes.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
It's all you're going to say.
Yeah.
And we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. So thank you for watching, for liking and subscribing, and we will see you next Tuesday.
We sure will. And maybe Nikki and Nora will be here with us too. They're just, I don't know where they are.
She's over here.
Oh, she's looking out the window. It's kind of cloudy today, so there's no sunshine for her to lay in. Enough about that. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.